starting things off with one of my favorite animated series of all time, especially the golden era, The Simpsons. Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire from 1989 is the pilot episode. I forget the lore. For some reason, this actually was the Christmas episode and wasn't supposed to be the first released episode, but it was, and I think it works. I have a ton of nostalgia for it. I had the book that went along with it as a kid. It was like a comic book hardback edition Christmas special Simpsons. It was really cool. I remember my mom reading that to me at night. So awesome. The nostalgia is definitely strong with this one. So in this episode, Bart gets a tattoo, which forces Marge to spend all the Christmas savings on the removal for it. Homer doesn't get his Christmas bonus as planned and secretly takes a job as a mall Santa, leading to lots of fun. The family goes to the racetrack with Homer's meager Santa earnings and loses betting on Santa's Little Helper. They adopt Santa's Little Helper, and it gives the family like a heartwarming ending. I guess my opening impressions for this one would be, definitely feels more like a Christmas special than a pilot. Slower pacing, emotional core is very strong here, but we do get good introductions to our characters and the tropes and stuff like that to expect. I really like that we get a moment with Homer being jealous of Flanders. Perfect. Sets everything up for what we'll get in the future with that. And also Lisa's snarky comment to Patty or Selma, I forget which one, about her putting down her dad, and that's her role model and the way she kind of words everything in a very smart way. She's like, just go play with your toys. Perfect. Classic stuff. The voices and designs, obviously a little off. They're kind of still finding things. Obviously, the first season of Simpsons looks and feels a little different than the rest. Even the second and third kind of have a little bit of clunkiness there. Homer feels a little less dopey and more irritable. Bart's already a troublemaker. They do a very good job at establishing that, even with dialogue. Lisa's smart, not quite as layered as we get later, but a good introduction. The premise and setup really establishes a good working class family who's constantly struggles, but they stay together at the end. Just that perfect, like, real world family stuff, but in a cartoon. Great for the time. Lightning in a bottle. Kind of feels a little bit more like a heartfelt vibe than like the zany vibe we get later. Jokes are a little smaller, a little bit more observational, not yet as rapid fire as we get later. They really let things breathe here. Back in the day, pacing was a little slower. Attention spans were different. Like I said before, just a great way to introduce like the messy middle America family in an animated form. Huge departure from like shiny 80s sitcom families. Wonderful stuff. Really set the bar and changed the game. South Park and Beavis and Butthead and stuff like that were, definitely inspired by stuff like The Simpsons. I guess a bit of an uneven tone, not as laugh heavy, more drama than in the later episodes, but we still have the drama sprinkled throughout a lot of later episodes too. But for a pilot, it feels a little different than normal, but I'm cool with it. Yeah, it feels a bit rough, but the DNA of The Simpsons is totally here for sure, already in the first episode. Dysfunctional family, satire, it just works, man. So I'm super excited to dig into Golden Era Simpsons again and get these reviews out. So stay tuned. I'll be reviewing a lot.